Hello and welcome to the world of EDC. My name's Jeff and today we're going to be doing my EDC review of the Bareknuckle. This is last year's runaway, I guess would be the best way to put it, winner of Kershaw's line. I think most people would agree that this was Kershaw's best knife of 2018, and I tend to agree. I have been carrying this knife around for the last 3 or so weeks, on and off. I rotate things in and out, but for the most part, this has been getting a pretty big majority of the last 3 weeks in my pocket. This is the 777. I just want to get into a couple of the things that matter to me as far as specs. I love that number combination. That's why I mentioned the 7777, because sevens are up there and as far as my lucky numbers. So to me that really does make a knife more attractive, the model number, which I don't know if any of that plays a part in your guys' selection for a knife, but for me it does play a little part in it. If it has a good number that I have some kind of attachment to, I will buy a knife. And that leads me to one of the topics that I wanted to cover in this video. It's a question that I asked in an open tag about what makes you buy a knife, and that is one of the things that I forgot to mention in that video, is that if a model number has a sequence or certain numbers that are my quote-unquote lucky numbers, I'll go ahead and get it, test it out. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stick around, but it does get a shot for me because it's model number. Maybe you're different and you think that I'm a weirdo for doing that, but it's just the way that I kind of have always been with not only knives but everything. Looking at a model number, if the numbers are significant to me, I will get it. The other thing that is important to me as far as numbers or specs for this knife is that this is 14 C28N, which as far as I know is a steel that Kershaw helped develop, I think is how that went down. And forgive me for not knowing the history of it and the exact specifics, but I'm pretty sure that Kershaw had a hand in it at least. And it shows in this knife. The edge retention on it and how it's performed over the last few weeks, I'm very impressed. I haven't had any issues with it. It still glides right through every cutting task that I've put it to, and it hasn't had necessarily the hardest of use, but it has been used a fair good amount. And so the steel to me is perfect for this price range. I got this knife for $59.99. I'm pretty sure that you can get one for that price on Blade HQ right now, and for me that's a huge win. That's a great price for such an awesome USA made knife, running on bearings. It is very job shutty, even though I'm not doing it justice on camera because it's just kind of hard for me to do with the stand in the way. The one thing that I noticed throughout the carry of this knife is that the clip is pretty stubborn, I guess would be the word to use, about getting in and out of the pocket. Well, not necessarily out, but getting in. There's just not quite enough, I'm trying to get on camera there, there's not quite enough space there to get into this recessed clip so that it goes into your pocket very easily. That being said, it's kind of hard to say what they could do to fix it. I mean, if you make this ramp stick out further, now you're talking about a car scratcher or damaging stuff that you brush up against, that kind of thing. So I don't know that there's a solution to it. I just know that for me it was a bit of an issue trying to get it into pockets. It wasn't necessarily a breeze getting it into a pocket. I kind of had to struggle with it most times. That being said, it does have a deep carry pocket clip and it carries very well. Sorry about that. I had a dog whapping her tail on the door to the room that I'm in, so that was very annoying to the video, so I stopped it. Back to what I was saying is that it does have a deep carry pocket clip. It does sit pretty well in your pocket as far as carry is concerned. It is, like I said, drop shutty. Its fidget factor is way up there for me, at least. I think they call this a sub frame lock is what they're calling this, and It's very easy to actuate. It gets the job done, and I just think that it's an all-around great design for EDC. I think that for the money that you're spending and what you're getting out of this knife, you can't do much better. So with all that being said, that is kind of my review of this knife. I think that as far as the price range for $60, even pushing that up to $70 or whatever else you might find this knife at, I think that you'd be hard pressed to spend a better $60, $70 on a knife. This is a great EDC option. There is an issue, like I said, with the clip, but other than that, I think that this is a complete home run from Kershaw, and I think that you would find yourself a lucky knife owner, like I do, for having one of these in your collection. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video if you did enjoy. It really does help me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.